these non-whites trying to buy homes.
We're live now.
You're hot.
Huh?
You're hot.
Right?
Hot
Very
mic.
hot.
Hot mic.
Non-white.
Hot mic. All right. BS Show, Brad Fowler and Sean Wright. The B to the S. It's the Friday edition. There's no sports to talk about.
No sport.
No sports. We're gonna do a little bit of what we did last time. We're gonna do a little bit of something else. We're gonna talk top threes starting today. So let's get started.
What was your favorite top three list that you've ever heard?
The top three list?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so everybody knows how much busy Nashville was last weekend. Approximately 600,000 people, a draft record, go to Nashville this past weekend to watch the NFL draft. And now the question is, what's the next big thing for Nashville? I've already heard rumors that they want a Super Bowl. They want an NCAA National Championship game. NASCAR wants into Nashville with a cup. I don't even know what's the Cup Series called now.
Just Cup.
So they want a prime level NASCAR race at the fairgrounds, not at the new racetrack that's going to be redeveloped.
Right.
The old school racetrack. And all kinds of Cup drivers have now come out and said, we need to be in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Bristol Motor Speedway is willing to pay for it all, but they can't take a loan against the land because it's municipal owned. Where they said, look, City of Nashville, you pull the bond, we'll pay it. We'll sign a 50-year lease in exchange for it. We'll do all the work. We guarantee you a Cup race. The mayor of Nashville won't even sit down with them.
Oh, well.
NASCAR Cup races bring in a ton of people. Now, it's not like it was back in the 80s and 90s, but it's still a really big thing.
It has a following, and it'd bring a lot of people. And those stands are just on one side of the track, one straightaway. So there's no question a NASCAR race would pack it out.
They're talking about adding three times the amount of people. So, and that's actually why NASCAR lost Winston Cup races back in the 80s. I think the last one was 82. They lost it because Nashville wouldn't add seats. And now you've got a current racetrack that's just, 4.5 hours away that said, look, we'll do all the work. We'll make it Cup compliant, and we'll guarantee you a Cup race.
But no.
But hey, we're building soccer complexes in Nashville. I'll tell you this: NASCAR would be 10 times more successful in Nashville than soccer would be.
Yeah, I believe that completely.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I mean, these are the people. The people in the South are the people who made NASCAR what it is. How many Southerners do you see being like avid soccer people? I'm not going to say they're not out there.
Past the age of 6?
Yeah, past the age of 6 or 7, there's not a lot of soccer people that are native Southerners.
Right.
Now, there may be some people from other places around the world that have moved here.
Right.
Americans don't follow soccer as average anyway. So now we got a bunch of foreigners coming here to watch soccer. NASCAR would do great in Nashville.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl, if they were to land a Super Bowl or an NCAA championship game, I think it would do great also. But you know what the holdup is on both of those two things? They want a dome stadium to play in. Guess what Nashville doesn't have?
Yeah, no.
Nashville taxpayers don't need to foot the bill for $1 billion stadium, because that's the going rate for an NFL stadium now is over $1 billion. The Jerry Dome, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, the Minnesota Stadium, they've all broke the $1 billion mark.
Yeah.
Nashville shouldn't have to pay $1 billion for a stadium.
They can't.
The Titans can't even fill the stadium up they got now.
Right.
Why would they build $1 billion stadium? But I've already heard it this week. I've already heard, hey, we need we can get a Super Bowl now. So if they're already talking about, hey, we can get a Super Bowl now, you know that, hey, we need a new stadium thing is coming real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I say we need the Titans to go up, though. Like, just like you said, we need to fill the stands up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to. Oh, Heather Leslie says, hey, they want a Grammy award also.
Oh, yeah.
So
bring it all.
Bring it on.
Space.
We got it all.
Yeah.
600,000 people downtown. And I'll say this: there wasn't any traffic issues.
Really?
I mean, I drove down there one day, and I rode a trolley, which was really cool the other day. But neither time did we hit any traffic. I hit more traffic on an average day going to Nashville to watch a concert.
I didn't hit any because I didn't.
You didn't go, but
no, regular Murfreesboro's traffic is enough.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of Murfreesboro, and I wasn't going to do a Murfreesboro rant today, but here's just a quandary. We just spent millions of dollars to upgrade the terminal at Murfreesboro's airport. I don't know what this would cost. I don't know anything. This is Sean philosophizing. Would Murfreesboro be better served? And I think Smyrna has the way to do this. And if Smyrna did it, it would be a cash cow. Smyrna's already got the infrastructure for it with the airport. Would Murfreesboro have been better served to go buy a bunch of land outside in the county, Las Casas, Milton, Rockville, Eagleville, whatever, and build an actual airport with big enough runways to land commercial jets on, and sign a PPP, a private-public partnership, and bring in Southwest or American or United or Delta or one of their subsidiary regional carriers? You go to BNA now in Nashville, it is full all the time. Mm-hmm. You can't even barely walk down the terminal because people are all, like, so far they're down into the hallway.
Yeah.
They're actually increasing the prices in parking at the overnight parking.
I park at Flyaway, but yeah, they went up too. They're jacking up. So BNA is so full, it would make sense to have another Nashville area airport. Mm. Why spend 10, 20 million or whatever it is over here at this little airport that can't handle the runways aren't long enough for any plane like that? Go build a new airport and land commercial airlines at it. And that's why I think Smyrna could really, really do. They have the runways,
right? Yeah,
and they are also in a direct line with BNA. If you've ever talked to anybody that flies, the runways are in a direct line of each other, so you could be dumping.
Pilot's choice.
Pilot's choice. No, we're not going to Nashville. We're going to Smyrna instead. But you could really, I mean. If Nashville's airport's full and there's so many people, Southwest or American Eagle or one of these smaller regional lines would love to land their planes somewhere else. And Rutherford County would love to have that traffic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Just something to ponder. It would be better to do it at Smyrna because the infrastructure's already there than Murfreesboro go build another airport. Mm-hmm. But it would make sense. I don't know why we spend all this money at this airport out here that's not big enough to do anything with.
Yeah. It's not producing anything, is it?
It's supposed to be revenue neutral because of MTSU and another flight school, and there's a couple of small businesses running out of it. But let them pay for the infrastructure work. Don't put it on the city taxpayers. Let the users pay for it. If MTSU wants it to be upgraded, guess what, MTSU? Here's the bill. All right. Top 3 sports movies. If you're watching the show, let's get your comments. Top 3 sports movies.
What do you think?
I think The Replacements has to be on there.
I love that one. That's a good one. I don't know if you could call it a sports movie, but Jerry Maguire was a good movie.
That's a sports movie. It's about sports agents. So let's throw several out there and let's have people vote. There's a whole bunch of baseball movies back in the 80s and 90s. Oh, yeah. You got Bill Durham, Major League, The Rookie.
What was the Rookie one with Dennis Quaid? Because you had the one with the kid from American Pie.
Was that Bill Durham?
No, Bull Durham.
Bill Durham, and then
Dennis Quaid was the Rookie.
I know which one you're talking about.
It was a Disney movie. I can't remember.
Angels in the No, that was a different baseball movie. That was a kid movie. And then you got The Longest Yard.
North Dallas 40.
North Dallas 40.
That was like a realistic.
Days of Thunder.
Yeah, Days of Thunder.
Talladega Nights. Does that qualify?
I don't know.
I like Cinderella Man.
Cinderella
Man. You've got all the 18 Rocky movies or whatever there is now.
Rocky, yeah.
Losing count.
And then Creed.
6 Rocky movies, 2 Creed movies. So you're at 8 Rocky movies.
Yep.
So I think that's a good thing. So what are the top 3 sports movies?
It's a tough question. Rudy, Hoosier, Miracle.
Oh, those are all great choices. Yeah, those are all great.
Rudy.
Did he say Miracle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miracles. I was thinking that was about the 1980 hockey team.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great one. Jerry Maguire was a good one. I've liked all these choices so far.
Yeah. Be hard to say the top.
Which one?
Warrior. It's an MMA movie. It's actually based on two brothers actually meeting at New Jersey back when MMA was illegal, and they fought it out. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
And when you bring in fighting movies, what about all the Van Damme, Bloodsport, Kickboxer?
Yeah, I guess
have
you
their
call
own
that
genres.
Yeah.
So do we separate them in genres? Is it top 3 overall sports movies, and you got like football, baseball, and other sports?
Because I like Coach Carter too. Coach Carter for basketball movies.
Yeah.
So.
Hoosiers.
What was the Tupac movie about basketball?
Oh, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Didn't see that one. Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans? Good football movie.
Kevin's brought that in. Raging Bull.
Raging Bull is a good movie. I mean, I think this is a good question. So we got a lot of things. So all the movies that have been named, we'll let everybody vote on. Let's come up with the top 3.
Top 3. What's it going to be?
Yeah, there's been a lot of good movies named.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, you forget about some of them.
Yeah, you do. You forget about them. I think Rocky 1 has to be on the list.
Yeah. Well, like 4 would probably when he fought.
Well, that was
Drago.
patriotic and stuff.
Right.
He killed Apollo.
But that was a good one. It had a lot of.
Whoa!
Boxing
Spoiler
in it.
alert!
Yeah.
Stop.
Wait, Apollo died. Speaking of spoilers.
Speaking of spoiler alerts. All right, movie spoiler people.
Yeah.
All right.
I could not believe that somebody spoiled the Avengers by telling us that Iron Man died. That was horrible. Could not believe somebody did that.
I haven't watched
That's just
Avengers
me.
yet, Brad.
Oh, you haven't? Oh. Well, he dies.
Terrible. Random spoilers. So I'm in a group text message with my siblings, my mom, my grandmother, my wife, all my siblings, significant others. And I'm just sitting there randomly, like, there's text messages all the time going through this. I have it muted. I don't even watch it anymore. It's just like, and then one random day, because the little red dot still shows up even if it's muted, and the red dots on my phone drive me insane. So then I have to sit here and flick through and figure out what the red dots are talking about. And just as I'm sitting there thinking the red dot, my sister just goes, so-and-so died on Avengers movie. And I'm going, what in the world? That's just a random spoiler. Just go.
And we're joking, by the way.
Yeah.
We're joking.
And you're going, there should be some kind of warning. Now, what's the etiquette? How long do you have to wait before you throw a spoiler out there and don't feel bad about it?
Right. Or how long do you wait and you can't get upset about spoilers?
Right.
So, I mean, I can understand opening weekend, maybe 7 full days.
Right.
But come on now.
Yeah, like,
if it's that important, you need to get
talk about Apollo Creed getting killed in Rocky IV.
Right.
That's been 30 years ago.
Too
I think
soon?
it's okay to talk about Apollo Creed dying in Rocky IV.
But I've never seen it.
Well, he dies.
Yeah, he dies. And that's actually why Rocky fights Drago, because of that.
Right.
But so what is the etiquette? How long do you have to wait before you have to walk around bum-lipped all the time going,
yeah, I'm not going to alter my life because you hadn't made it to the movies yet.
yeah.
You know?
There's a
Don't
Seinfeld
talk about
episode about Seinfeld recording the Mets game, and he's been like avoiding everybody all day long, and he gets home and he's finally watching the Mets game, and Kramer just pops in and going, hey!
Yeah.
And he's...
Can you believe they blew that 2-run lead? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So spoilers, and it's something that, like the last few years, you never heard much about that. I guess social media maybe brought that along, but, you know, now it's like the huge, don't spoil it for me, you know?
Yeah. But
there's only so much you can do.
So are we all in agreement that 7 days is the cutoff?
Yeah.
I think I'll give it 2 weeks.
No, I can't wait that long.
You can't wait that
Can't
long?
wait that long.
I'll give it 2 weeks.
I say no less or
It
7,
should be. It should
7
be
to
no
10
less than
maybe.
7 days, right?
7 to 10 maybe. And you know, if you're worried about spoilers, you can't get on social media and get mad if somebody says something.
Right.
I mean, come on. That's
Roses are red, violets are blue. This guy dies.
Right.
How do you feel about it? So no, but there's a lot of people that get really butthurt over this spoiler thing.
They do.
If you're that concerned about it, be sure to be one of the first people to watch it. That way you don't have to worry. Look, I haven't seen it yet, but I don't care that I hear the spoilers other than random ones just flying at me, just not asked for, not scrolling through social media, just a random text message. Hey, so-and-so died. What?
Right. Now, for what it's worth, there's one more that dies.
Right.
But I'm not going to say who it is.
Yeah, I know who that is, too.
I thought you had seen it.
Yeah.
But there is another one, so we didn't completely spoil it for you.
But we're talking about like opening weekend is when I got this text message. We're not talking about 5, 6, 7 days. We're talking about the second day the movie's out.
Yeah.
And you're going, what in the world?
Could always spoil it without context.
Right. Yeah, that's the main. Having kind of let you know. With
that's what. Yeah. So, Brad, tell us about one of your listings real fast.
All right, 2632 Pebble Creek Lane in Murfreesboro. Oakland School Zone, 4-bed, 3-bath. We're going to have an open house there this weekend, Sunday, weather permitting. JJ's going to be there hosting that, so feel free to stop by Sunday 2 to 4, or if you can't wait that long, I'll be glad to show you around anytime, so just reach out and let us know. 615-519-3339. Beautiful house, brick construction, covered back patio,
open floor
plan, master suite downstairs, 2 bedrooms down, 2 up, just an all around beautiful home. I'd love to get you in there. Any questions, feel free to reach out. And while we're talking about Century 21, I just want to say that if you, as a fellow agent, if you're feeling stuck where you are, or if you have any questions about, what we have going on here, we're on to a pretty good thing. I'm very proud to be associated with this company, and it's easy to sell something you believe in. So, give me a call. Ask me some questions if you're looking at making a change, or if you're just curious what else is out there. Reach out and give me a call. Let me know what your concerns are. We can go from there. But again, my number is 615-519-3339.
And I actually learned a cool stat the other day, and I don't know how many real estate companies can say this, so this is kind of neat. I would like to actually know. We have, 18 agents. Other than one agent who literally just got his license active. So, brand spanking new. Yeah. Every single agent in our office has sold a house.
I bet not everyone.
And I'm talking about every single person in this office has sold a house within the past 6 months.
Yeah,
it's not like... Yeah. So, no matter if you're brand new, you're experienced, or whatever, we can help you take that business to the next level.
Yeah.
All right, so Brad and I really liked the way the show went the other day, so we want to put a segment in. It may not be every episode segment, but maybe a once-a-week segment on changing your mindset, doing better, coaching, personality, things like that. So Monday we had, a 30-minute long show all about positivity and changing your mindset on positive thinking. Tuesday, my tip of the week was about more stuff along that line. And so today we're going to talk about some time management stuff. And first things first is making a to-do list, not the day you need to do the to-do list, but the prior day. So when you are ready to leave for the day at work, or you're going to bed that night, or go home, or before you leave the desk, write down the things that you must accomplish the next day. And when you start your day off, what do you do first? That list.
Get it done.
Eat the frog. It may be the things you don't want to do at all, like phone calls. It may be you don't want to go to the gym first thing in the morning. You don't like going to the gym. You don't want to take the Bible and read the Bible. Whatever your thing is that you don't want to do that you want to achieve, put it number 1 on your to-do list and knock that out first. If you get the hardest thing out of the way first thing in the morning, the whole rest of the day is easy.
Oh, yeah.
Your hardest task is over.
You start out the day with a win, too.
You start out the day with a win.
Helps feel better.
But on top of that, you don't have to worry about, all right, let's say you got 5 things that you got to hit the office at first thing in the morning, and you get to the morning and you get a phone call and it knocks you off your track, or you get somebody walk in and say, hey, we got this fire we need you to take care of. Well, you can take care of the fire after the 5 things. So hit those 5 things first, then start your fire, because otherwise, as you get these distractions, multitasking is a myth. If it takes you an hour to do a task but it takes you 10 minutes to set it up, you're only taking 50 minutes to set that task up anyway. So if you take 30 minutes now and 30 minutes tomorrow, or 30 minutes now and 30 minutes later on in the day, but it takes you 10 minutes to set up that task each time, you're really only doing 40 minutes worth of work that time instead of 50 minutes. So you can't, multitasking is not real. But if you get your task done, then move to your next task, then move to the next thing, and move to the next thing instead of bouncing back and forth all day, much more efficient.
Yeah.
So eat the frog, make a to-do list the night before, and be sure when you start that day off, you hit that to-do list first thing before anything else. Easy.
There you go. It does. It makes a much easier day, and it just adds to everything positive.
And as a man, if your wife gives you a honey-do list, make one of those honey-do tasks the very first thing.
Yeah. Happy wife,
happy life. Happy life. I'm solving the world's ills today. All right, 6320 Paperbark Circle, West Lawn Subdivision, 2,250 square foot, all one level. Covered back patio. It's about 18 months old, 2 years old. New subdivision, walking distance to 840, walking distance to a Kroger, west side of Murfreesboro. I mean, you got everything. It's right on the the subdivision is right on the Veterans Loop. So, great listing, $333,250, $333,250. It's ready to go, ready for you to call it home. All right. We've already hit spoiling movies. We already got that. Did we ever get a resolution from people on the text box? What kind of time frame we're looking at on spoilers or any more 3 movie things?
They're still mulling it over.
All right. So the news you can't believe story. Guess what state we're going to go to for the news you can't believe today? Florida. It's so easy to come up with these stories when you just scour the Florida news.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to scour too deep either.
I want to be a Florida newscaster now because this is all I would talk about.
It could be a comedy show.
It could be a comedy show. I've always said that realtors should write a book about all their stories. News people out of Florida could sell a bestseller and nobody would think it was really real.
Yeah.
All right, so iguanas, they're cold-blooded. They can't adjust their temperature. Iguanas at about 40 degrees freeze, and they go idle. So a man's driving down, and I guess people eat them. Have you ever eaten an iguana?
I've eaten other things, but not an iguana.
Have you ever eaten an iguana? I haven't either.
Not that I know of.
So I looked at this picture of grilled iguana. It looked really good. But so this guy is 40 degrees. He's driving through southern Florida. And these frozen iguanas are just falling out of the trees and landing on the streets, and there's iguanas everywhere. And so he's picking these iguanas up to put in his car so he can take them back and sell them or eat them or whatever. And so what happens when you're in your car and you're driving around, it's 30, 40 degrees? What do you have on in your car?
Bikini top.
Yeah.
Heat.
Heat, yeah. You're driving around with the heat on. So these frozen iguanas that have been falling out of trees, guess what? They start to wake back up. This guy allegedly had 35 frozen iguanas in his car, varying sizes.
Yeah.
And he's driving down the road.
30
to 40.
Okay.
He's driving down the road, and these iguanas are thawing out as he's driving down the road, and they start to attack him as he's driving down the road because they're thawing out, and they freak out.
Right. Oh, they can be aggressive.
They can be aggressive. And these are wild iguanas. These aren't like a pet. These are like wild native iguanas to southern Florida. And so these iguanas are attacking him, and he wrecks his car and drives off a bridge.
That's crazy.
I really still had to stop laughing since I read the story because here's this guy. Can you just see this guy's like, think about the mountain people picking up roadkill. This guy's going around picking up random iguanas.
Right.
Right. This is a good specimen. Throw it in his car.
What are you going to do?
So, could have gone, here, more iguanas.
Yeah.
Throw them in the back seat.
They're free today.
Free iguana. Free the mahi-mahi. Free the mahi. So, if you're walking down the road in southern Florida and it's 40 degrees, you're like the little old lady power walking down the street. Iguana's falling on her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trying to sweep them out of the way.
Trying to sweep them. Got road sweepers just sweeping frozen iguanas to the side of the road. This guy probably has a sign on the back of his car that says, "We'll pick up your frozen iguanas."
Yeah, right.
Not anymore. I guarantee he never picks up a frozen iguana ever again.
No.
Unless he picks it up in a truck and like throws it back in the bed.
Leave it in the back. Leave it cold.
So to cook iguana, is it like lobster? You take the live lobster and you like put it in a bowl of water and it like slowly turn the heat up? Or is this something that you like kill the iguana, you skin it, throw it out on a grill? How do you cook the iguana?
I'd probably skin it because I don't want to eat scales.
Well, I mean, you gotta skin it, but I mean, do you skin it after you eat it, or like after it's cooked, or do you kill it and skin it, put it on a grill or the boiler? So
I'll probably do that.
Does anybody know anybody watching this know the proper way to cook an iguana?
Well, we need to know.
We need to know.
Yeah.
If you know Andrew Zimmerman, send it to him.
Exactly.
And do you take this iguana when you buy or are there people that go to the pet store and you go, you know what, I'd like to have that iguana and a side of potatoes, please. That one. Yes, that one.
I do miss the lobster tanks in Walmart though. So.
Yeah, what happened?
Tanks.
Oh, there you go. And the free Brock's candy they used to give away.
Really? Does Kroger still have a lobster tank?
I don't think so. Do they not?
No, I've been there recently, so.
Yeah. No lobster.
Is that like a PETA thing?
I don't know. I thought it was cool as a kid just to go poke the little.
Yeah, poke on the glass and watch the little lobsters squirm.
Yeah. That's.
Did somebody like free all the lobsters? They like go buy all the lobsters and put them out on the road, and they're like little lobsters with their clamps closed. They're just walking down the parking lot.
So how's it going today?
Yeah.
Sure glad
How are you doing? Yeah. I'm Larry.
Let's see. Looks like we got a YouTube link, which is from JR, so I bet it's about cooking iguanas. He's a cooker.
Can I sous vide an iguana?
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Probably can.
We'll check out that link.
We'll check out that link. I think I'm almost done with the day. We'll be back on Monday. Anything new?
I guess we'll get to the bottom of the whole lobster tank thing.
Yeah, that's JJ's homework for Monday's episode. He's going to find out where the lobster tanks went, and we're going to figure out how to free the lobsters. All right, until Monday at noon. Brad Fowler, he's the beat of the show. Sean Wright, I'm the S. We're the BS Show, sponsored by Century 21 Wright Realty, and we'll be back.